In my last review, I had this to say about Doctor Who as of late. We're less than 6 months from the 50th anniversary now, and it's getting very annoying that the only references we're getting to the last 50 years are very, very, very subtle comments and clips. So, I have to correct myself. With this. In terms of this being a Cybermen story. This wasn't a Cybermen story, it was the Doctor versus the evil Doctor in a bloody chess game. One other thing that I'd like to touch on. The clip showing the Doctor's previous incarnations. Okay, we're less than 6 months now from the 50th anniversary, and it's getting really annoying that the only references we're getting to the original series are very, very, very subtle comments and clips. We're less than 6 months. Whoa. What the? Ah! Ow! This episode was phenomenal, but that could be due to how sloppy everything else has been this season. Now, there are some things that I didn't like about this episode, but first I'm going to go over the things that I did like. We finally get some blatant, no beating around the bush, clear references to the first original 8 Doctors. I had wondered if they were going to go this route with the original Doctors, that is, incorporating previous footage into new footage. River Song was in this one again, but it wasn't all about her like it was in Series 6. We also get what appears to be a final farewell between River Song and the Doctor, which is fantastic because I'm sick of her character. The Whispermen were really neat, I thought, but I didn't really like how everything they said was in riddles. This seems to be yet another reoccurring theme with Stephen Moffat. We get to see Richard E. Grant again as a great intelligence, which was terrific. I thought the conference scene was really neat. Many fans have noted how chilling it was when Jenny said, "I think I've been murdered." The bit with Strax was a bit silly though, but for me the best part with Strax was after the timelines had been altered and we finally get to see a true Sontaran side to his character. I actually mentioned in my Snowman review that the Sontarans would gladly see the Silurians perish in their never-ending war with the Rutans. And this episode would seem to prove that point quite well, because there was a moment there where Strax wanted nothing more than Vastra dead. Now, there are quite a few things that I felt bordered on being plot holes. One is in the opening of the episode where Vastra goes to visit the prisoner, whom from what I could gather was Jack the Ripper. She actually mentions that he killed like 14 people or so. I don't know if he was intended to be Jack the Ripper, but if he was, this already presents a plot hole because in Vastra's introductory story, A Good Man Goes to War, she comes home and tells Jenny that she had basically just eaten Jack the Ripper. Another thing that I didn't understand about that scene was how this prisoner knew all this information about the Doctor, such as him revealing his biggest secret, Trenzalore. How does he even know who the Doctor is? Now, from what I could understand from his explanation, which was basically in the babble of the world, he came across this information from hearsay, word of mouth from ordinary Victorian people chattering. Okay, granted, the Doctor has made many visits to Victorian times during the series, but none of those visits involved anything to do with Trenzalore or the Doctor's name. How does this guy know about this stuff? Because Even if it were feasible that he came across this information from word of mouth, how the hell does events that happened on an alien planet millions of light years away manage to find their way back to Victorian London on Earth via word of mouth? Okay, another ridiculous bit was when the Doctor was able to grab Riversong's arm and then plant a big snobby kiss on her. I thought she was a hologram. Let's not forget that it isn't explained how Riversong is able to project a hologram of herself from the hard drive in the library that's light years away. How the fuck does Riversong even know where anyone is in the physical realm? This version of Riversong is after the events of Silence in the Library, so she should be trapped in the mainframe. Even if she had access to some sort of communication logs, is someone out there broadcasting the Doctor's every move? And don't say the BBC, smartass. And how does Vastra know to contact Riversong in the library? Wouldn't Vastra just contact a version of Riversong in her own timeline? Ugh, I'm not even going to try to wrap my head around that plot hole. Okay, I'm glad that we've wrapped up this whole mystery about who Clara is, but I'm not really sure I like how it was resolved. The episode opens with Clara saying that she was born to save the Doctor. Okay, first of all, the Doctor is a 1,000-year-old Time Lord who, for the last 900 years, hasn't needed anyone to save his life. However, Clara being born to save the Doctor comes as no shock to me because, contrary to popular belief, she's not the first companion to save the Doctor's life. Rose did it in Series 1, Martha did it in Series 3, Donna did it in Series 4, and Amy did it in Series 5. Second of all, maybe it's because most fans had already surmised that the explanation behind the different versions of Clara was that it was the same person just splintered throughout time, but that just seemed like a convenient way of tidying up that thread to me. Now, I know that it was probably Moffat's intent to have that as the explanation behind the mystery of Clara, but this whole paradox thing is just getting old. Don't get me wrong, I'm glad it's over. I mean, a paradox is how the Doctor escaped the Pandorica in Series 5. It's how Stephen Moffat tied up the whole thread between Amy, Roy, and River in Series 6. And it's how he explained the mystery of Clara in Series 7. Paradoxes are fun to work with when you're dealing with time travel, but he just does it way too much. Not every story has to be this complicated event interwoven through time that ends up being its own cause. Once again, this episode was very heavy with the shaky cam. God knows I hate that. Most people don't mind it, but I loathe it. It is the most ridiculous, overused, overrated, cliche film technique I have ever seen. It's worse than J.J. Abrams' lens flares. And actually, J.J. Abrams is pretty generous on the shaky cam. I know its purpose is to heighten the drama, but shit, I don't give a fuck about that. Just hold the damn camera still so I can pay attention to what's going on. Finally, at the end of the episode, we're introduced to John Hurt as the Doctor. I think he's a brilliant choice, but apparently the fangirls don't agree. John Hurt as the new Doctor? No, just no. Why did he leave tonight? I am speechless. The Doctor can't be old. Tears. What the fuck? No, I don't want John Hurt as the Doctor. He is old. I want a dashing young guy. A 73-year-old is now the Doctor. Where is the logic? Why the fuck is the Doctor going to be some old fella now? Totally throws things. F you, writers. John Hurt, you're too old to play the Doctor. Ugh. No, John Hurt can't be the Doctor. That just isn't allowed. He is old and not hot. Someone shut these people the fuck up. You're the reason that Doctor Who has been the shit it's been for the last 8 years. You don't even know if it's the Doctor's next incarnation. But if it is, get the fuck over it. There's no written rule anywhere that says that the Doctor progressively gets younger every time he regenerates. Regenerating is in every sense a roll of the dice. The Doctor has said himself many times that you never know what you're going to get. It just happens that by sheer chance, the Doctor has progressively regenerated into younger incarnations. This does not mean that his next incarnation will be a young one. And anyway, the rumor is that John Hurt's Doctor is actually the real 9th Doctor, making Eccleston the 10th, and Tennant the 11th, and Matt Smith the 12th. Now, I don't agree with this speculation, especially when you take into consideration how much Stephen Moffat has emphasized that Matt Smith is the 11th Doctor. The 11th hour, his jersey number was 11 in The Lodger, his room number was 11 in The God Complex, and more recently, the Doctor makes a play on words when commenting on a book that Clara's reading, saying that chapter 10 is okay, but chapter 11 is where it gets good. I don't think that Stephen Moffat would fuck up that much canon. No, I feel that the more likely possibility is that John Hurt is either a future incarnation of the Doctor, or he's a culmination of all the Doctor's incarnations rolled into one. As much as I hate to think this, I doubt Hurt's character will last beyond the 50th anniversary. Which is a pity, because if John Hurt was the Doctor, that would rid us of all the fangirls from here to Trenzalore. Obviously, this concludes my reviews of the Doctor Who episodes, at least until November. I will be following spoilers and posting discussionary videos about the 50th anniversary and Series 8 over the course of the next few months. In the meantime, I'll be posting videos about other topics, politics, income inequality, whatever. If you like this review and you want to see more videos from me, be sure to subscribe. I also have a blog where I've reviewed all the new episodes of Doctor Who since 2005 and rated them on a scale of 1 to 10 based on how close they parallel the original series. Here's the link. I'll also post it in the description. My fiance has also recently started a Doctor Who blog called Moo Moo Who Reviews. You may also be interested in reading it. Here's the link. I'll put it in the description. She's currently reviewing all of the new episodes since Rose. If you're a diehard fan of the original series, you will definitely want to check out her blog because she is a lot less merciful in her reviews than I am. I'd also be eternally grateful if you like this video and share it with all of your Whovian buddies on Facebook, Twitter, Tumblr, StumbleUpon, wherever you're having a discussion about Doctor Who. See you in time. You don't even know if this the Doctor... You don't even know if this the... Fuck. You don't even know if this the... You don't... God damn it. What the fuck is wrong with me? If you like this review, if you... Spoilers and posting discussionary videos about the 50th anniversary and Series 8 and over the... River Song was this one. River Song was this one. Shit. I thought the conference scene was really neat. Many fans have noted how chilling it was when Jenny said, "I think I've been murdered." Murdered. Why can I not say that properly? Murdered. He came across this information from word of mouth. Shit. Hearsay.